I'm going to be rescaping my shallow tank. I say rescaping, I've actually got a new tank. So I'm actually going to be replacing, not rescaping. And I'm just going to do a little rundown of all the stuff that I'm going to be using. The first thing is a new tank, which I'm pretty excited about. It's an ADA 45F. So it's their shallow tank. I've still left the bottom on just to protect it. So yeah, we've gone fancy, and also we've got the ADA garden mat. It's literally just a black mat. It's not anything ADA on it. It's just, yeah. So there's that. The wood that we're using is, I think it's called Mojo Barrico wood. And I've probably just kind of given away a little bit of what the scape's going to look like just with this. Tropical soil and potentially some powder as well. It's going to be almost like a pond style tank. We're going to have some immersed growth at the back. It's going to be quite simple, but hopefully look quite nice. And if anyone watched the previous scape video of my big tank, it's kind of late, the lights are off, but you'll know that I used Weo stuff and I really liked it. So I've got some well, it's basically Sirius stone, little pieces, and I'm gonna try a new sand again from Weo, but it's called Eldorado, and it's like really orange, but I just thought it might look quite nice with that wood, and plus it's different because sand's always that kind of like light ADA La Plata looking style sand. So I thought I'd try something different. ADA again. Just thought, why not? We've got an ADA tank, just some gravel, plus it looks really nice. Plants, we'll go into them a little bit later, but these are more for the immersed stuff apart from this, which is a supposedly limited edition. I think it is actually Aereo Kowloon Vietnam, so I'm excited to try that. And we've got some Terra tape because I want some moss growing out, and apparently that's how you do that. And finally got my hands on a ONF flat one. I've wanted one of these for ages, so yeah, trap myself to one, because currently, again you can't see because it's dark, but I literally use just a desk lamp up there. I thought I would try something nice. Things are going to change on the rack, and as you can see I've got 2 more ADA tanks there. So yeah, there's a 45p and just a 30cm cube, which is just going to replace the other cubes. Basically I just want all my tanks to be Opti white, good quality tanks, and to be fair, ADA tanks aren't too badly priced. The other stuff's quite expensive, but I don't think the tanks are too bad, and the quality of them, you can tell, is, you know, it's really nice, really well made, really clean, really crisp, super clear. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm actually going to open this flat nano because I think it'll be easy escaping with this on the tank because the lighting here is not great. I've not actually seen one of these in person before. Turned into an unboxing video. Well, check that out. Whoops, I've ripped whatever this is. I don't know what it is, but this is sleek. I thought it was going to be like a lot bigger and bulkier, to be honest, but that is really nice. Yeah, I'm pleased. I am pleased. Right, I'm going to set this up and put it on. Okay, so I'm just playing around with the bits of wood. I bought 2 pieces of Mojo Barrico wood, which is this piece and this piece, and literally, ta-da, that's it. That's all I've done to it, because I really want something coming out the water so I can get some moss growing, immersed, and potentially other plants and things like that. But it looked a bit odd. It looked really heavy and bulky on the right side when I left it like that. This needed extended. I'm going to use some leftover manzanita wood, which might be really weird, but it's probably not, because if you think about it, in like nature and stuff, there's always like loads of different types of pieces of wood in one place. It's never, you know, it's not always necessarily all the same. There's always loads of little bits of things intertwined with each other. So my plan is to use that, I've cocked it up now, to basically extend these lines so it balances this side better, and then add potentially some more twigs and bits and things just to get a little bit more detail. So that's kind of the plan for it, but I'm just trying to find like the right positions. This just skips itself, like it's a really lovely piece. And it's got so much detail on it and like loads of places for epiphytes, which is obviously the plan for this. So yeah, I'm just trying to get it to kind of look like one cohesive piece at the minute without it looking too awkward. Probably looks a bit weird at the minute because there's different types of wood and it's a bit disjointed, but I think once it's all planted, the plants like blend everything in. At least that's what I'm hoping. But yeah, this is the sort of idea that I'm going for, I think. So to connect these pieces of wood together, I'm doing something a bit different. I'm using zip ties to kind of lock them into position. And then I am going to glue it using this because it's a pretty good glue. So at the minute I'm still putting rocks in. I'm trying to like put more on this side so it maybe looks like, I don't know, like a river edge or something, where something's falling in, so there'd be like more kind of rocks on this side. I'm thinking of maybe putting some even up here so it kind of looks like the wood's coming out from that. I'm still blocking stuff behind there, and then obviously just bringing some over here as well just to sort of tie it all in. Okay, so I'm not going to do any more like detail work around the front. I started bringing it round and then decided against it because I just thought there's too much stone, and I didn't want to use so much stones in this skip. I kind of wanted to let the wood kind of be the centre stage. So I have some of this stuff, which is lava rock. It's really good for like bulking up the bottom of your tank, so you're not like using loads of aqua soil. The only downside to it is that when your plants like start rooting, they obviously root far down, and when they get to this, stuff, obviously if there's just that, then there's not actually any nutrients in it. So I'm going to put some nutrient capsule things at the bottom of the tank before I put this lava rock in. I'm just going to put a little bit in, and it's really good for harbouring beneficial bacteria as well, because this tank's probably not going to have a very big filter running on it. So it's got its benefits, it's like as well as a function. So yeah, I'm going to put that in this little gap at the back and then cap that with soil. And then we've got sand and gravel and potentially final details, but it's getting there. I'm going to wrap terra tape on certain bits of wood. There is a slight, not an issue, but obviously this bit here, this big bit of wood, that is going to completely stop me planting anything, and that's quite a big bit of real estate that it's taking up. I think I'm going to be able to put some kind of terrestrial plant on it, depending on what the water level is, as long as the roots are just in the water, potentially like a Photonia or a nerve plant, or might even see if I can get some kind of Bulbitis deformis, because I think you can use them in like paludarium style setups. But there's lots of options that we can try. At the minute I've added another detail stick there just to stop that bit in there looking so flat, because it is. Obviously, yeah, it's all different types of wood, but I'm hoping that it should. I don't think that the Mojo Barrico wood actually goes all much browner underwater, so it might actually look odd, I don't know, but we'll find out when we fill it up with water. Thing that I'm going to do just to prevent things getting stuck and things falling forward is, I don't have any filter mesh, but I've got a sponge which should do the same job. I'm just going to pack it behind there just to stop things falling through. It's just shoved into basically all the gaps at the back, just to stop things coming forward, and just to stop things getting in, really. And I've also glued some of these down as well. So we've got the lava rock in, and I've not obviously put it all the way up to the line that I want it at, because we need to add some aqua soil on top of it. And that obviously needs a bit of room so that I'm able to plant into it. And I think I'm actually going to bring the soil all the way down that side, just so we can get some even if it's just crypts or something in there. Next we're going to add the aqua gravel. I'm just going to use it to fill in some gaps and also just to stop this soil coming forward. That's the sand in, so lastly I'm just going to add some more gravel just around the stones, just to bring out some more detail. But yeah, I decided against the Eldorado sand. It's nice, but it was just far too orange. It didn't look like what I was trying to create, and although it's natural, it just kind of didn't look natural, if that makes any sense.